start from the beginning again. So very much good welcome to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to Dragon Age the Veilguard, day 1.
I knew him as soulless.
With a lot of story.
Thoughtful. Loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient Elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny.
Good introduction for the people that have no clue what's going on.
In his desperate fight against the corrupt Elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that's from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn.
See, I didn't know that anymore. I'm so out of the story.
Stop him. And that's where you come in.
Now we're gonna make our character, and we're gonna spend some time in here, but not all day long, because I want to make a character, and we're making a Kunari. I mean, we can't be a dwarf because dwarfs can't be mages, so that's important. We're gonna make a Kunari, and we're gonna see that we give him a mustachio. I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be he, him. I'm gonna customize, and the most important part is, can I give him? I mean, first and foremost, we're gonna be like here, like the beefy. So we're gonna be beefy, like the in between thick and muscular. It's very important. Like there's body proportions, and we need an abnormally large chest, and we need tiny things, and I need ginormous what? And I need to be tall. Yeah, that's important. I need very narrow shoulders because it just looks awful. So now, that being said, can I not have a mustachio? I think I can't even have a mustachio on this, can I? We get hair, facial hair. Ooh, yes. I need an Evo mustache. No, that's more what we're going with. I mean, either we go for the, like, well, that's more what we want to have. It's because I don't have a mustachio in real life, not an impressive one, at least. That character looks already he's tired of my shit already, and we haven't even started, chat. Oh yes, yeah, we're going weight, saturation, and brightness. Perfection, hairstyle, and hair color. We're going with, you know what? I do like the hair, but it also needs to match the color. Look at him. What a god. I'm like, right? And we need horns. Let's see, what horns do we go with? We like the curved ones forward, I'll have to admit. The ones backward, they look weird. They gotta be like pointy forward, but that's a bit too much. Like, it's impractical. I like the normal ones, but material, metal type. Oh yeah, we can. I see. Oh, we can make them white. Yes, perfection. I love his facial expression is just gold. We didn't even do anything to the facial expression, and it's just already just perfection. Yep. This is what we're looking for. Blue with more blue and a bit more blue. What are we doing here? Well, we're creating the mightiest wizard of them all, ladies and gentlemen. The absolute mightiest wizard of them all. So let's bring it forward. That is the changes we want to have. Look, he has the perfect body size. Good. As a class, we're choosing a mage. And again, we're going to make a death caller. That's not really a necro, but it's kind of like a necro, but it's not a necro. That being said, you don't really have to decide on this, and you can always swap away from that, which is really cool. But I want it to be a mage because mage is really active. And what I'm going to choose is I'm going to choose the Shadow Dragons. That is my faction I belong to, which kind of influences the game a bit. But the most important part is look at this. Your class-specific resource regenerates slightly faster. Or we could apply more affliction. Or we could just do better takedowns. This is the most important thing. This influences the story and the way how it goes. But at the same time, this is actual real buffs. Real buffs. For the playstyle, we're going to be choosing Adventurer. You could go harder, so there is Underdog and there's Nightmare. But I gotta tell you, I want to have fun with the game. And surprisingly enough, Adventurer is actually difficult. Like you might even die here if you suck completely. So the name is Tony Mercer.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, that's my voice. We're going for the...
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, that's the voice I would like to have that I don't have.
Time to get to work.
Yeah. Good. Pony, Mercer, Kunari, Man, Mage, Shadow Dragons. Ta-da. You can change your appearance later in the game. Yes, but we can't change the faction. The game seems actually gritty and dark first impression. There is a magical gloss over the whole game. That's the best way how to describe it. It has a comic book quality.
Oh, right. Him.
But it's still dark enough.
Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter.
Halloween costume? I'm a wizard.
But to find the Dreadwolf in a
Thank
city
you.
this big, we need a local expert.
This is my favorite character.
Naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin, with the seediest bar in town and a missing contact.
Graphics? Really good. Gotta like the style though. So good graphics, but again, it's a specific style as you can see here.
Let's try this again. Where's Nev Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
I look menacing. I'll do more than demand, ladies and gentlemen, because we're definitely not going to talk this out.
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I'm not leaving until I know where she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
Darling, you're adorable.
Don't forget, I choose mage, ladies and gentlemen. I found that interesting because the game starts with like you like if you choose a warrior, right, or a rogue, this kind of like makes sense. But you choose a mage and you get just in a fist fight with 4 guys instead of maging around.
Enough gold in the world for this.
Turek, now!
Meet Bianca. She'd like you to stay a while.
He's Kunari. That's true. Kunari, born and bred like that.
Nev Gallus.
Dumat Plaza. The Venatori cultists took her to Dumat Plaza.
Thanks. Your friend Nev Gallus. He's at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although, for the record, there was probably an easier way to do that than fighting an entire bar.
See what I mean with a slight comic quality to the graphics? I like it though, but I can understand if someone says he does not. I had you on my side, Varric. Full trust, guys. Varric and I were bros.
What did I have to worry about? You were there watching my back.
Yeah.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
All right. Break's over.
I'm like twice as tall as Varric is.
Hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must
And
have gotten
from the
riled up.
cutscene into the game without a loading screen.
We'd be in more of a hurry to get
Kind of
out
nifty.
here.
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here
If-
nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
Could imagine that having consequences down the line.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
This is all kind of like the intro until it really starts with the actual game.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially
Essentially setting the stage. Like the first 30 minutes is really setting the stage. Yep, someone's parting the veil, ladies and gentlemen.
We're too late.
the ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go.
Now I can start running finally. Before I start running, let me double check if there was loot here. Because that's like the thing in this game. So there's literally loot everywhere. Like at every corner, at every, like everywhere. And you really want to pick it all up because you need every single piece of gold.
And they're slipping through the cracks.
You really don't want to miss out on a single one.
And the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Wait, I need to check that I can see the chat. Okay, we're good.
Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
Now we can finally start playing the game. Jump over.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
Never better in a hurry. A little shaky. In a hurry.
We're good. We need to move.
Agreed. Solus isn't waiting, neither can we.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there.
Wizard
Where's
stop,
Miss
ladies and
Alice?
gentlemen. Let's
Wasn't she
go.
at the meeting point?
Venatori got to her first. He grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it.
Now I can show you what I mean about mage
Surprised
not being
our
ranged.
detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know Minrathous better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge. This is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry. Scouting's my specialty. Follow me.
I look so convincing. I'm just gonna say it.
We've got company.
The way it works is you get your staff, okay?
Here they come.
But I don't have to use that. I can go also for my orb And the orb applies arcane bomb, and then you go melee. Look at that. Crazy, right? Then we destroy all these because there might be loot in there. And most importantly, you're going to always check on the map what's actually visible, because coin pouch. Just make double sure that you would be... So like we can go on the screen. 1, 2, 3. Arcane bomb, and then we melee them. Super strong. Mage is so nice in versatility. Get more coins. And literally walk everywhere into every room. Destroy every vase.
Solas always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
And we're getting all the little gold pieces. And that one is a heal. And that is a heal. Destroy vases. Well, you don't have to destroy the vases, but there is quite some gold and loot hidden in there. So it would be stupid to not do it. And most certainly, though, walk into every single tiny thingy, because there's so much loot. So 1, 2, 3, then go closer and boom. Because you're exploding the arcane bomb that you put on them. 2, 3. Sorg is just like so damn fun to play. 2, 3.
Used to fight these assholes every day in the Shadow Dragons.
Glad you kept up practice.
Can I almost go full melee mode there? Is this open? No, Sally, this did not open. But what did open is the pouch here. And it's only 11 gold, right? But every little bit counts. Yeah, Dragon Age series always had you destroy crates. Exactly. So now we get Arcane Shot. So we actually store up mana with left clicks. And then we can go 1, 2, 3. Could use the long range stuff as well. So I get this one here too if I want to. And this one can do necrotic wave, which is kind of useful. But honestly, I prefer the short range orb so much more. This is like really helpful against certain enemies. Do you enjoy previous Dragon Age games? I love Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 1 essentially. I love Dragon Age 2. I didn't like Dragon Age Inquisition.
Not the worst timing.
He's amazing.
Ned,
Great character.
It's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
But I enjoyed them all singular, if that makes sense. Barely remember anything from the previous ones.
Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Arctic, you shouldn't compare this to the other games. You should treat this as Dragon Age the Veilguard. You'll be much happier about it.
Ned, Meadbrook, both of you have done some work for the Shadow Dragons.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Some old friend said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
Hey, that's a different dialogue than I had before. That's amazing. Oh, that's so good. Nice job with the Venatori. Yeah, you're amazing, Neff.
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solas in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in Elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go, before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
Yeah,
I also
man's
told you
crazy.
He was an ancient Elven god.
An Elven god. Well, Whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
So last time I was in the Morn Watch when I played my first one, and now I'm essentially a Shadow Dragoon, and we're already got different dialogue options with Neff. That's interesting. As if I'm gonna romance someone, it's gonna be Neff.
What's the plan?
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's
Don't
doing
forget
his
to check if
ritual,
there's,
so he
you
can't
know,
fight us.
gold
That's the
hidden.
hope. If it comes to a straight up fight, we're dead.
There is a pouch. And there is a tune.
For this.
There. That's the building I tracked Solus.
Very often you need to destroy objects to move through. But even here right now, like, this is technically unnecessary. I don't have to go here. But why would I not take free items? So, range attack. Hold to channel magic. This is important because you can break shields like that. Now, it's very basic combat currently because we're missing essentially our companion combos and everything. That's because it's still like tutorial essentially. Feel like he has a shield, so you're better off burning that shield like that. Or just hit all three of them at the same time.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
I love this fighting. I know a lot of people were looking forward to Dragon Age 1 fighting,
Wolf's hideout.
but I gotta be fair with you. I wasn't.
Sure how long he's been here.
I played BG3. I liked BG3. It was great.
Solus has been around longer than Minrathous
But honestly,
himself.
I'm very happy with 2024 Dragon Age being rather action-paced than tactical-paced.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
But that's me personally.
Ancient elves doing something too.
Also, by the way, a shout out to EA guys for providing us with the key. That's it though, just in case you wonder. We did not get any guidelines. We weren't, I wasn't even allowed to post a video chat. So you might not know this, but there's literally, there were 2 creator codes. There were creator codes for people that want to stream on day 1. And there were creator codes for people who want to make guides before day 1. And the people that were making guides before day 1 were handpicked people that only would make positive guides. Interesting, right? We didn't get one of those keys, so I'm here with the day 1 live review. Can you pause during combat? Yes. Like here, this is the pause overview. It will have all your companion skills in there, and it will actually also show the enemy's weaknesses. It's extremely handy, as you can see, what is the enemy resistance to and weak to, and like which skills of your companions will actually be good against the respective opponent. I'm not sure if there's going to be another opponent coming. I don't remember that. But it was incredibly handy throughout the journey.
It's called an
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlathan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. We've never seen anything like
What's
it.
the woke culture? Well, see, like the lady is dark skinned, maybe slightly Indian. We have a dwarf. We have a red-haired dwarf
The
lady.
tremors are getting worse.
That's woke culture for people already, sir. They're gonna lose their shit. Oh no, a lady with darker skin in a mixed racial group. Shudder pronouns. I'm so scared. So if I go for the pause now here, it will show me what kind of like resistances and defenses and they all have. It doesn't show right now because we are again in the tutorial, and in the tutorial you're kind of like, you're missing a lot of information. I'll show you when we're like out of the tutorial area, because all of this is essentially the beginning before the game really starts.
No telling what could come through.
But you can fail here already. Is there a search function like Inquisition? What do you mean with a search function? I don't remember much from Inquisition because I didn't like that game. So I actually personally did not enjoy Inquisition. I didn't play that. Skip did. And essentially straight up went to Veilguard.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry.
So you essentially left click attacks to fill up your mana bar. That's the tiny blue bar there. And when you fill the mana bar up, you're able to use your actual spells. Right now I have one of them, but I'll have more later and more abilities too, to then be more varied in my combat approach. And you do actually have to adapt that to the enemy, because all the enemies have different strengths and weaknesses. So some are going to be weak to lightning, some are going to be weak to frost. It's all like very varied. And even as a mage, I have to like mix and match between all my different elemental shebangs I can do to be able to always damage the enemy. Because if I was just going with burning permanently, that would certainly not work. And arcane bomb. Perfection. The Pride Demon. Okay, let's shoot him. Gotta look out. Like now you finally gotta also use your dodging or he's gonna nuke you. Oh, like, does it actually show? No, it never showed to him to 3. And then again, like, why are we going so close to him? Because if we actually, if we hit him after 3, with the actual attack, it does an explosion. Okay, now let's heal. Swap weapon. Bam, necrotic damage. Why necrotic damage is so important against these guys. So all demons are weak against necrosis. So we're gonna like left click spam now to essentially fill up our lower bar and then do this. This Souls-like libs. Action combat. So you're controlling your main character. You can control your other character's abilities, but you're mainly focusing on your dude, dodging attacks, blocking, parrying, avoiding, getting your damage out. I wiped at a boss. Happens. It's a multiplayer. No, this is a single player game.
All right, I'll take it from here.
You can skip the dialogue, and I'm not being lectured on pronouns. Sorry, sir. I don't know where you have been in the internet.
Stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another
I can skip
option
every
to
dialogue.
help him justify changing his mind.
I'm not sure which reviewer you watched and which lies you have fallen to the internet. You can skip every dialogue. You're not being lectured on pronouns. You literally just choose them in the beginning. I'm sorry, you have pronouns too, Spiridon. You're either a he, him, you're a she, her, or you're an it, whatever you choose to be. I'm sorry. That's just like, you know, that's how I refer to you. That's him or that's her. You have them too. I mean, if they hurt your feelings, my condolences. Okay, so Solus needs someone to sell him another option. Okay, this is a mistake. You can do it. Let's see. Varric is trying to convince Solus to stop the ritual. Let's bring it on.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
Take care of the team for me.
Sounds like Varric is planning to die. Then again, he is confronting Solus.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Let's buy him some time.
Gotta check in the settings. Audio. No, that one gotta turn off. Perfect. No, oh, wrong weapon. Because the orb is so like great in this close quarter combat. Like when you have enemies close to you. You can also hold mouse button to like essentially do a heavy attack.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are
Good.
dying right now. You need to listen.
The game so far, good fun. But tutorials, sir. I've played a bit more already.
Please.
Around about 10 hours deep. But we're focusing on what's here now, not 10 hours deep.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we just...
That one I didn't understand, right?
See those
I mean, if he doesn't see the arrow coming, is he gonna be able to, you know, save himself?
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a
If you're a Dragon Age fan, not sure about this one. If you're a Dragon Age fan, you might not like this one, Jay.
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Okay, so we're gonna go Harding with me, and Neff is gonna stay back because Neff can hold her own very easily. I'm not sure how good Harding is gonna do against demons. Well, that's that. But again, I like to say I'm a Dragon Age fan too, and I like the game. But if you are a diehard Dragon Age fan, you might simply not like Veilguard.
Nev,
But make a picture for yourself how the game actually plays. This is a lot of dialogue options. This is, again, the tutorial. It's not all the fighting that's going on. That's going to start in roughly 30 minutes. That's when we're a little bit past the more scripted area, and we can do more free roaming discovery, like a bit away from the linearity. Obviously, the tutorial is going to be rather linear, because you gotta get the world set in motion.
this is it.
Bring down that scaffolding!
Good. Is this Kunari? I made myself really slender, Kipoto.
We shared a journey
It could be more
years
beefy.
ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling. We need to push it.
I'm with you.
I wonder what happens if you take like a tiny dwarf character and it's like, we need to push it. It's like two dwarfs trying to push it over.
Effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push.
There you go, Solus. No veil ripping for you anymore. Those are the evil people, chat. We found him. Remember the intro where it said something about 2 elven gods that Solus imprisoned? Unlucky. Now the game begins. That was the intro. Solus tried to rip the veil. Elven God stepped out. Varric is dead?
You have no idea what you have done. Solus.
And he lives in my head now.
I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
At least honest. Do you know anything about Solus? I know he's a very ancient, very powerful mage. And he was the antagonist in Inquisition. But again, I personally did not play Inquisition because I didn't like it. Now I'm back and enjoying myself again. I'd like to wake up. Technically, yes, but let's be fair. He already pulled us in, so let's see. What do you get to offer?
Here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted elven gods walk free.
Why should I believe you? Sure, you're the hero. You let them out, nerd.
Thanks to me. I wasn't the one performing a big ritual to free them.
Free them? My mortal enemies. I was ensuring that they would never escape their prison.
You were tearing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric?
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Okay, now I'm worried. Sarcasm, really? Damn right we will. Yeah, we're fine. We're amazing, right?
We stopped you. We'll stop them.
I had a ritual dagger of pure lyrium. My network of mirrors could take me from the lighthouse across the world in moments. Right now, you seem to have neither. Do you intend to knock over the statue during their ritual?
Well, I don't intend
He's
to
a
take
god,
advice from the
Loki.
elven god
I understood
of
he's so powerful,
Quite right.
he might as well be a god.
Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Like, if he's a god or not, he seems to abhor gods himself, right?
Do you want me to take the shot?
You have no idea what you have done.
This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric, you're okay. but I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
It's worse than you think.
Varric, when we stopped the ritual, something else got out. Something even Solus is afraid of.
You've got this, Rook. World's not flooded with demons right now. Because you stopped Solus, not me.
Varric, even so, I need you to...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the time you disobeyed orders while taking down that Venatori slavery ring. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for Elfroot.
No, it's fine. I was just going
You
to
might have seen the pop-up.
Oh,
It tells you the
Rook,
consequences of your
watch your
actions.
step out there.
Like, she's wounded because
You
we
quit
took her
for
with
Rook,
us.
You'll fall forever.
Else Neff would be wounded.
Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so...
So real-world consequences for the things we do.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Now let's discover the hold, Chad, because this is your hub, essentially. So your main hub. Full of goods and everything. So we get some bonus items, but I'm mostly not engaging in them. I can save my, or change my complete outfit. And we're now collecting all the codex entries. Making sure that we get everything. Because outside, there's a little riddle waiting for us. I've not fully understood where this place is.
Look who's with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
That's what I told you. You're gonna have to discover every little nook and cranny now. Because quite beautiful, my eyes. See, like, just down here. Hello, Mr. Chesticle. There's also a little riddle going on that says you're gonna take these to enter the library passage. 3 pairings must face to face. What does that mean, Chad? These are Solus statues that are facing face to face. So let's push them a bit around, shall we? Inside. Don't remember if there was something there. Oh, I never... Oh, no. I did not see that room the last time. Huh. So all this is experience, and we want to have those levels. There's the next Solus statue. 1, 2. Push that forward. Are you playing keyboard and mouse? Honestly, I thought I would play with controller. But I gave it some trials and decided ultimately that mouse and keyboard feels fantastic enough. So no controller for me. But both are viable options to enjoy the game. face.
Must be 2 more.
The first 2 facing each other. Ugh. Now let's have the next 2 facing each other. We have optional takes. We can talk to Neff. We can talk to Harding. We don't need to. Push that over.
That's the second. 1 more to go.
And then we get these 2 beauties.
Okay. Did something?
Now that opened a passage somewhere. Punch it back. You don't like the art style, and that's completely legit. As I said, the art style is something you gotta get used to, or not. It's not this like dark, nitty-gritty art style. Everything has like a comic book gloss filter over it. I like it personally, but it's okay to not like it. I mean, that's what art style is there for. If you choose that you don't like the game, not because pronouns or something, because you don't like the art style, that's legit. There's nothing wrong with that.
It wasn't supposed to go.
It's a whole
this way.
goddamn reason to not play games.
What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding.
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
She's still pretty beat up from our endeavor.
I got you hurt.
This is a dangerous job. Everyone knew that signing on. There's so much to do.
Romancing is an option. You
We
can
have to
deepen
keep
the bond.
going.
I'm not sure if I can romance people. No rest for the weary.
Agreed. It's rough, but we can't let up. You good to go?
Of course I am. I can't let a throbbing head and some dizziness hold me back. Especially when... I just mean we can't stop. I don't want to stop.
Yeah, she doesn't want to get
We
coddled,
need to get
guys.
back
You gotta be
to the
hard with
ritual
her.
site, don't we? Let's stop worrying about me and go do that. Come get me when you're ready to go.
Yes, ma'am. These talks are important because they deepen your bond with the characters. And you can always check if there's loot in their rooms. Let's go talk to Nev. And then I'll show you the secret passage that we just unlocked.
Wisps. Figures are in the fate, but I swear they're following me.
You all right?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
We're both shadow dragons and both from Minrathous. Maybe our
Practically
paths haven't
siblings.
crossed, but I know our work has. It's a start.
I hope we can build on it.
You're right. We're in this together either way.
Ha! We're in for a treat.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Wait, what's her
Not
foot
much.
there,
I'm
Chad?
sure Lace
What,
would hate
like,
to hear that,
what's that?
but one
Prosthesis?
step at a time.
Am I imagining things? Am I going crazy? Start with a big goal.
Okay, so step 1 is figure out what we're chasing.
Right. And the 20 other questions that need answers.
I choose mage. Yes, Charles.
That's
We're a
step
mage
2.
because mage is really
I can
fun to
see
play.
why Varric brought you on.
Melee, ranged,
gotta
in
start
between, everything covered. No class is essentially slow-paced. Everything is fast-paced. So if you do actually like slow-paced combat, it's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Let's go into the library, and you remember these 3 faces here. Look, they blink now, chat. Cool, huh? So I found a secret music room and loot. But not only that, there's another door, and it kind of indicates that we could go through here. Maybe not right away, but I think in the future it might be possible that we get another thing going, especially the other side has 3 faces as well. So how do I get these activated? By turning them away from each other?
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is.
I should tell them that
Solus.
Solus is in my head,
Solus
Chad.
called it the lighthouse.
He did? When?
He invaded my dream.
While I was out cold, he showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm safe on that front. I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
He's a of course he's not, but he's so old we might as well talk him. Stop quibbling over terms.
I don't care about the philosophy. In terms of his power against ours, he's a god.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything. But we're not out of danger.
So
do
soon,
you mean?
fighting is going to start, Chad.
Solus had two of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganan and Gillenane. Two of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against.
And they're worse than Solus.
Solus warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich coming from the guy who just tried to tear down the veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Isn't horrific
Solus
used
says
for something good
Elganan
as well?
and Gillenane drew on the blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
That's
We
true.
need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
Nev's right. Because we can't just storm in Harding.
If Elganan and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we can't...
Also, I like Nev more than Harding.
We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
And let's go investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with, and then we take our shot.
Fine. The Illuvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Harding, you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then.
I wonder how long it's going to take her
Let's
to
get back to the
visually
ritual site.
recover from the
The
wounds.
Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
I haven't actually paid attention to it. I'm like, you know, I'm many hours into the game already, but I haven't like looked at the progress of her wounds. It's the Illuvian room. Let's collect.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
Well,
If it
punching
even
back,
takes
if
us
you're
back to
facing two
Arlathan.
elven gods that are blighted as well, I
You're up
guess
for this.
I would be scared of rushing in as
fine.
well.
Well then. Shall we?
Let's do this.
Let's still call this tutorial, by the way, because we haven't really been in the crossroads and at the complete area where we can teleport throughout the world.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Bro, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate it, brother.
Cut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it!
It's our new type of enemy we're going to be fighting now. Some fancy ancient elven artifacts.
Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlathan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down.
You learn your skill tree, level up. I can show you the skill tree. You can even reset skill points by just
not
left
your
clicking.
fault.
No cost involved.
Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, Solus's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
We did sort of.
We did stop him. The sky's not pulling itself apart anymore, is it?
But
But it didn't go as cleanly as we hoped. Solus got pulled into the Fade, and some things got pulled out. Or someone's, I mean. Two of the evil elven gods. Elganon and Gillenane.
Mathalanast.
the elven gods of old, the Evan-Urus.
If
Yep.
they truly have returned.
Then things just got a whole lot worse.
Oh great, the gods are real. That's the best
I
reaction.
was really hoping that the Dreadwolf was lying to us about all of this.
He's the god of lies. But some things are sacrosanct, even to him. He might be a bastard, but he's a damn sight better than the Evan-Urus.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evan-Urus, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Have you finished Inquisition? I never played that one. I didn't like it.
He's in bad shape.
The stats is magnificent. I know.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right.
He's
Then
one of our
you two
characters.
Get your
He's
friend
pretty
back
cool.
to your camp, and we'll find Belara.
Harding ate the veil jumpers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Harding help them because she's injured and she needs a break.
Harding, I need you to stay with Strider.
Vladimir, thank you for the 50 months of support.
What? No, I'm coming.
Good to see you there,
with
brother.
You're a great shot, Harding. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. They need you.
Fine. Since they need me.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper Camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
So skill tree. Let me see. Should be able to show you. Welcome to the Arlathan Forest, ladies and gentlemen. And you can skip all of this. So behind me is the skip button. If you don't want to, like, if you're not interested in the story, if you're not interested in the cutscenes, right, you can just fly through this. I personally, though, like, I did that my first playthrough when I was just trying to gather a review copy, kind of, you know?
Something's not right.
So, where's my inventory? Now you can see her skills, by the way, for the people asking for that. I don't think I can right now go into the skill. I can go into the skill menu. So I got 3 skill points to spend. I can, for example, get now jump attacks guaranteed, critical and knockdown. Mana regeneration restarts 25% faster when paused by spending mana or taking damage. That's kind of useful. You also have staff energy generates passively when you're not in combat, which is really good because the staff energy is like that burst that you do. I like to take this one. Sustaining your ranged attack gradually increases its damage output the longer it's active to a maximum of 3 seconds, which is kind of useful. And the Frost Nova is pretty cool. But we're going to go to the chain lightning this time. So use your speed to unleash a powerful attack. Yeah. So we're going to go for additional follow-up while sprinting. So we're going to go for the quick recovery. And then we're going to put the chain lightning in. And again, if I just want to refund, I can just do this. So it doesn't cost me anything. So now we have a chain lightning on top too. That's kind of cool.
So that suit of armor.
That one comes. Now I can go here. Sentinel, don't have the data yet. But I can stop. I can use her icebreaker. I can use my chain lightning if I want to. Bam.
Gotcha. Oh, people. Where'd you come from?
Bellara? Bellara Luther. Strife and
I look so charming, by the way, chat. Look at me.
Who are you exactly?
Call me Rook.
Nev Gallus.
Wait, I know that name. But protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone.
So I'm looking for this. The combat is amazing, which is for me the main selling point.
Changed. For the worse, unfortunately. The Elven gods Elganan and Gillenane have escaped from Fenhar.
The story has 2 really badass villains,
destroy the world.
Oh,
which are a big problem. And you kind of have to solve it yourself.
Okay, wait. I need a second.
Won't help.
I've had a couple of days, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us.
We are
from the
done
rest of the
trick-or-treating
real
already.
world,
We were
so
out
to
2
speak.
hours.
You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Can you bring it down?
Strife and Irilyn said you're their best Veil Jumper. Hope that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then
I've heard complaints about woke storytelling, which is cringe.
So.
Well then,
I mean, like,
let's get going.
alone the word woke storytelling, sir, is cringe in itself. You know? I mean, I've played 10 hours of the game, and I'm sorry, like, in no moment have I thought, oh no, this is quite woke storytelling, you know?
I've been trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these
Like, you know, that idea seems to be living in people's heads. And once you're looking for it, you're going to find it at any twist and turn, probably, if you then want to find it. Okay, let's gather everything. These materials are very important to upgrading vendors, so we get more shit from them. But we got to pick up all the hardwood, all the things on the ground. Like literally nothing is being left behind. Everything needs to be discovered. Everything needs to be... Every single, like, little itty-witty bitty. Pre-ordered the game. Good to pre-install. I mean, the game so far has not let me down, has not disappointed me in any
Can't pass through it.
way.
We need to shut down the artifact.
Again, though, was really looking forward to the game as it is. So I wasn't looking for Dragon Age 1 reimagined or Dragon Age 2 or Dragon Age Origins. I was looking for something like Dragon Age the Veilguard.
We call that kind
An
of
action-paced
the anomaly.
RPG with a story to play through. That is quite linear. So again, guys, the game is quite linear, but in the linearity, there's always 3 to 4 paths to take, like I'm doing here right now, for bonus loot. So I could just walk down the main path. I did not have to do what I'm doing here. But what I am doing here is essentially giving me bonus loot. And it's truly worth it, to be honest, as it gives me tons of valuable items that I can sell later. And with more gold, I can get more stuff. Since if I buy 2 times the same item, the quality goes up. Pretty amazing how simple upgrades work in the game. I mean, the game is worth buying. Depends on what you're looking for. I mean, right now, I'm truly wondering how long the story actually is. As I've spent a good 10 hours, and I'm still, like, trying to piece together the pieces. So now, let's see. Do they finally show the weaknesses? But here we get the icebreaker. Then we're going to select that, and we're going to go for the Fate Bolt. I can also do this live action, so I don't need to pause the game. I can hold here, tab, a control, as you can see, to essentially get that one going. Oh, you're gonna get hit by my chain lightning now. Level 3, ladies and gentlemen. That will give me another skill point, and now I can take maximum mana plus 50, charged attack damage plus 10, perfect cast, hold, or them release at a maximum charge. Oh. Interesting. Abilities gain 15% bonus damage based on the damage type of your staff and orb. Oh. Because my staff is necrotic right now, but it could be whatever. And my orb can be also whatever element. Okay.
Well, that's done.
Chippy, I'm very good. Thank you for asking. I mean, we were out with the children. They got all their candy, which is the important thing.
Nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
And what you need to look at is your map at any given time. Because your map... Oh, jumper leathers. Yes, I'll take them. Because the jumper leathers give me 30% ability damage. It's quite significant. The map shows you like hidden rooms and hidden loot and everything. Let's give our mouse feel. Is it smooth? Left attack is casting. You can sprint cast, and then you can hold the button. Shift left click is your second ability, so your special ability. Then 1, 2, 3 is just your skills. And on control, I pop up the menu of my friends. And that's it. That's how simple the game is. It feels a bit like Dragon's Dogma. You know, Dragon's Dogma was also really easy to control. You had 4 skills. Quite like simplistic to a degree, but by no means simple.
It almost feels like an armory or something like that.
Why would there be an armory this far out?
Warlords. Ancient elves had a lot of them.
Like really looking at everything, Chan. There's a way down. There could be material there. If there's a way up, there could be gold there.
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in.
And look at this. It's like you put that in, and this is happening live, right? So I can just sprint over it. It's not like a cutscene.
We need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Start as a Kunari? Yeah, I mean, like, I wanted to make a Kunari with a mustachio, right? that has a, like, I got enough of this shit already look. So that was kind of like what I was a bit aiming for. How's the game so far? Mage is simply brilliant. So now it's talking about dodges and defense. So you get the defend too. Chain lightning. See, like, we're playing mage, but does it look like we're playing mage? Because I can play mage really aggressive. See, this is essentially how you're playing mage. You're not. And swapping over to my staff. Why my staff? Because I can do some necrotic damage with that relatively easy. Then swap back to your orb. So you're really profiting from actually using both weapons, not just one. That's what I mean, like when we're talking about mage, not just being your run-of-the-mill mage. Okay, now wait. Now control 1 and control 2. Boom. They use their abilities. Done. Take the loot. Wait, one thing I never checked is if I can actually murder the animals. Can I murder the animal? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
So you're really Nev Gallus?
So that was now a valuable item in gold behind me. And these valuable items, they essentially just get sold for more gold. So that you can afford upgrading your vendors. You can get more cool stuff from the vendors. It's very important.
And now Elganon and Gillenane, apparently.
My actual gods are out there trying to end the world, and Nev Gallus is on the case.
That is one of these guys, but I don't think there was another. Oh, no, there's Heartwood here. Thank you very much. You can't kill the animals. Yeah, I haven't tried Linux. I mean, I'm a psychopath. Don't get me wrong. If I get the chance to murder something, I will try to officially murder something.
Someone met a bad.
We have found the Usurper's Archive Spirit. Ooh, it's an Archive Spirit.
Mages have trouble with the artifacts here.
What difficulty are you playing on? Adventurer. And I can tell you, I've failed boss fights on Adventurer. So I think it's the perfect quality difficulty to have a challenge while enjoying the game without having to try hard. Because after Adventurer, it really, like, the tryharding actually begins. See, vulnerable to lightning, resistant to frost. So we're going to do Fate Bolts on her and Chain Lightning. Both are lightning abilities that will do more damage. You can see this with the green thingies popping up. We're still going to have her put the Icebreaker on because why not? And boom, he gets lightning destroyed. That was simple. Now break the boxes, even though it cost us mana. But that overlay essentially provides you with meaningful information for the fight.
Exactly that artifact is.
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
To be ready. Did you get many kid trick-or-treating in Germany? Oh yes, our village is very open with this. Like, we at least rang at like 15 houses, I'd say. And there's tons of kids with their family out. I mean, we're a relatively young village full of many Fate Bolts, come on. And the magic. A relatively young village full of people with children. So it's like really nice here when it comes down to that. Why didn't I use my Chain Lightning? I wanted to wait for all three. And now use my Chain Lightning. Hopefully we can get it back up again. Oh, nope. You know what? I don't need it. Wait, Neff. Wait. 4. See, like that was again my 4 hit then with her. To get her heard. Checking if I can break the wall. Because you never know, maybe you could break it. I mean, that's like kind of the secrets we're talking about. I got a valuable item. Is there looting legendary gear like Diablo in the game too? The way how looting gear works is you need to upgrade a vendor and then the world loot actually improves. But I could, for example, now find this same blade again and then this blade would upgrade 1 quality. I mean, for example, I already found a Twist of the Veil, which is just better. And all weapons have like intrinsic stats. So 25 damage, 30% more damage. And if I upgrade an item to green, blue, and so on, they unlock more of their affixes.
An archive spirit.
What?
A creature of the Fade bound to a
Did your daughters dress up? One was a bat, the other one was Elsa. Perfect girl costumes. I went as Ponyhoff undercover, so I just went out normal. Hi.
Methalinast. Darkspawn.
What do they have over their body? The Blight, chat. Okay, Darkspawn are vulnerable to fire, resistance to necrotic. I have no fire apart from this. So I'm going to be using my Frost mostly. So like the orb and dagger weapon is just perfect against Darkspawn because I'm essentially hitting them all at the same time. It's like it's my favorite thing to use in these fights as they truly have like no chance. And now watch this. So there's down there a chest. Correct. So we get a move here, move below, and this is all optional, right? I don't have to go here to get this, but I would be missing out on valuable items, on flawless crystals, and all this stuff is going to be needed to upgrade vendors and get more goodies out of them. Could I ignore it? Yes. Would I therefore have a harder time progressing? Surely.
Get ready. Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back.
Well, you can play it later in the game. Actually, not really later. Just right around the corner, Linux. Oh, wait, Neff. Come on. Tinker.
Sure thing.
It's like a squeezy way how they made this work out. So if you have someone with you that can interact with certain things, then you can have them interact with certain things. So I don't need to spam. I can also just throw a charged attack. So hold my left mouse button. And that like shoots out this more charged version of the same attack. But honestly, spam is often better as you can just like spam. Ooh, wait, I forget that loot. I've
never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlathan Forest before. As far as I
There's
know,
one
it's never
chest that we'll have to figure out, lads, that I couldn't do in my preview gameplay.
saw those Darkspawn though? Something
Usually
different
every
about them.
chest you find, okay, like if there's a chest close by,
Right.
it is
Let's get to that
lootable.
central temple.
There is a way to get to it. But I found a chest that I couldn't get to. That made me mad because, you know, I don't want to know. Activate.
More Darkspawn.
And
Right on that wall.
I fight him fair, chat. If we can skip that. Oh. That almost killed me. Oops. Chain lightning. Sword. Swap to the wand. Swap to my orb. Checking to the right, checking to the left. Nothing. Oh wait, no. Let me just make sure that none of them drop the loot. Because again, if you kill the last enemy in a pack of enemies, loot drop.
And another resonance amplifier.
should be the last one.
Have you had to
I
push
hope.
up as punishment in
Fingers
game yet for
crossed.
misgendering a character in the game? I literally have no clue what that sentence means. Kelsey. Are you okay? Send her in and totally not be scared of 3 guardians. Oh, chain lightning. Dude, I have it so much easier this time. I'm like literally I had such a hard time. Because I was using the wrong spells, to be honest. I wasn't using much lightning spells.
We're close. I can feel it.
But now, like with the lightning spells available,
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
we know Harry Potter. I'm a wizard. What can I do? There's a clip on Twitter where you have to do push-ups if you misgender a character. Sir, I've never been asked to gender a character so far. Just, you know, FYI. No one asked me if he thinks, like, if I think he's a girl or a boy. You're spending your time in weird places on Twitter. Gotta be careful there. Part of the game. Well, it sounds pretty funny, to be honest. But no, I haven't gotten to that part yet.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
There we
The
go.
Arcane Spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, Goddess Derthal.
Little boss fight, ladies and gentlemen. So he is weak to chain lightning. I should stop with my frost because frost doesn't do anything against him. Might as well just throw my necrotic staff at him because so what we're using here is oh, you know what? Swap to the frost and kill these two.
Constructs ahead.
2, 3. Chain lightning. Dude! Oh, I took so long the last time for him because I was refusing to use lightning magic. This was so easy. Holy moly.
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
I finally have an arcane orb. So we get the frost orb, but we could also go for the necrotic damage orb now. The problem is if I go for the necrotic damage orb, I'm essentially necrotic and necrotic. I have no more frost. I think that's fine. Let's actually go for this. This is engaging. I was having doubts. I mean, if you like the fighting system, so this is very important. I would only buy the game if you like the fighting. Because the fighting is a big portion of the game. So screw the dialogues and screw the story for a second, okay? This is like, listen to me. These are like, obviously the dialogues and the story gotta be good. But if you don't like the fighting, like you're not gonna get through the game. You know, you're gonna literally hate the game. So step number 1, check if you do actually like the fighting system, because that's the bread and butter. If the fighting system is awful, like how are you gonna suffer through a whole game where you dislike the fighting system, you know? So that's kind of like, if that is something you already dislike, then the game ain't for you. Therefore, after you made sure that you like the fighting system, you might be good to go. Yeah, fighting looks crisp and snappy. Very, very much. And we're essentially like just using really the basics here right now. So we haven't like upgraded. We haven't done many builds. We haven't done like all the equipment. Like, right, I have basic ability damage. I could get some mana generation. There's like, again, you can more armor penetration, weapon deals bonus damage, bonus stagger. And there is like a ton more things plus the specialization to go through. Plus, just a simple left click actually resets your skills. So you can just refund at any given point. Like if you feel like this chain lightning ain't it, or if you're fighting a lot of fire enemies right now and you would rather skill into firewall, you can do that. So if I get to a space now where everyone is lightning resistant, then I could just reskill. I don't have to stay
I
lightning.
have so many questions for it.
And I can do it everywhere.
Going to ask it questions.
Thank you very much. So we got a new staff now. That's fire damage. So we fire necrotic and then we have lightning. That means I'm tri-elemental. Whatever I'm going to be facing, I should be able to handle it. Okay, there's more gold.
Okay, here it is. The Nodus Derthalin.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back.
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
We've seen worse.
I'm sure we can handle it.
It isn't that simple. If I remove the artifact the way I usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it.
Well, we don't want that.
I think
Thank you.
I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before.
Oh no, what's happening?
Almost like it's breathing.
My favorite kind of opponent out of Dragon Age 2, the ogres. I like the fast pace at which you play. Well, this is all known content to me right now. I'm listening to all the dialogues and everything, but the fights, I'm going to be blasting those things, right? I'm going to exploit every piece of weakness they have. I'm going to use all my abilities to do the most to them. See, like, that's an ogre, vulnerable to fire. So we know that our ice and our lightning doesn't do much. And it's resistance to necrotic. But luckily, I get my arcane shot, which is fire. So that's good. And I'm swapping over to my staff, which is a fire staff now. So we're going to spam him, and we're going to do this attack, which is a fire wave. So now do this to refill your mana. Again, fire wave with the tap attack. Ow, ow. Oh, shit. Could also do this here. So my right click is the fire beam. Give him the... Now, fade and fade. Oh, I get my ultimate, ladies and gentlemen. And... This is adventure difficulty. There's 2 lower difficulties, guys, and there's 2 higher difficulties. Where one of the higher difficulties is literally super ultra nightmare.
Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today.
Again, though, it just creates enemies that are bullet sponges. It doesn't really make it harder.
Just one of those days.
Or smarter.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work thousands of years later.
So, by the way, just in case you wonder, guys, the way she's behaving, like enthusiastic, nerdy, cute in my eyes, that's woke for some people. So this is, by the way, why the game is woke. The character writing of the lady is obviously not just cute, it's woke and offending.
Well then.
I am the Nodus Derthalin.
Right. I have questions.
I am the Nodus Derthalin.
That's broken. Can you play in different languages? Yes. I play in English, but I could have put the game to German if I wanted to. So that's the archive spirit. It's broken.
So that's the Nardus Dathalan.
It was, or is, I mean. Crystal's broken though, needs fixing. It's kind of my thing, fixing magical stuff. Strife and Irulan will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn.
And the Elven Gods.
Let
Each
me know
race
when
have
you're
their own
ready to head to
passes.
the Veil
Nope.
Jumper camp.
No passes on the races, Bearded. What's important is your story, your background. I choose, for example, that I'm a Shadow Dragoon. And as a Shadow Dragoon, I produce more mana. We're gonna pick up 172 gold. Healing. We got Balara skills. That's cool. So she has a new bow that I just got. And she gets skill points. What we can say, for example, right now, that her Fate Bolt would have better duration. That her Galvanized Turret is less cooldown. But what I like to take is Replenish. And when you have low health, Replenish automatically triggers if it's not on cooldown. That means that she would automatically heal me. So my companion has now a skill that would automatically heal me if needed. I can put a point into this, hold left mouse button, or then release at maximum charge. Okay, I think I like that, but I could also take abilities gain 15% bonus damage. No, I want to try out the perfect charge, which means that if I charge... Is there... Oh, I can, okay, and charge this up. I never knew I could charge this up. Oh. You don't say so. Well, interesting. You can play any race and background you choose is how you get the passive. Yes, Bearded. No race passives. So the only thing you're forced race-wise is dwarfs can't do magic. That's it. So you can't be a dwarf. But there's not like, I need to be a dwarf to get the racial passive for 200 swords. I need to be a dwarf so I can wear heavy armor. No. You can wear any kind of armor, any kind of weapon, or the class that you're playing. Obviously, I can't use 2 one-handed swords as a mage. Surprise. I'm a mage. I have a wand. And a dagger and an orb. Those are my weapons of choice. Or chosen for me.
11 wounded, 16 on bed rest, and some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of veil jumpers. Whatever's going on out there, it's scary.
Well, let's go and help the veil jumpers. They seem to have problems. Now I can show you the first store and how good the store is. Okay, chat?
Jahel and Milva never reported back from Demeter's crossing.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough. You're back, and you're alive. Good.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
Darkspawn. They're showing up all over Arlathan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 daily settlements already.
We ran into Darkspawn too, near the Nardus Dathalan.
Wait.
And an ogre.
The Dathalan? The archive spirit? We could ask it about the gods.
Weather? Oh, we get
Figure
it.
out their next move.
Not rainy. The Dalish are priority. Too bad it's broken. Too bad it's broken.
If it weren't broken, maybe. But we're not getting anything out of it anytime soon.
Meanwhile, veil jumpers are disappearing. Something out there took them.
I know. But maybe, if we find them...
We find the gods. Or at least some sign of where they might be.
But Arlathan Forest is huge. Where do we even begin to look for them?
Demeter's crossing.
What?
Irulan and Strife. When we came in, you said you'd lost contact with Demeta's Crossing.
Well, that's where we could find the gods.
The three of us, I mean.
You mean 4? You're not leaving me behind.
You were just wounded. We can...
You'll have to tie me up to keep me here.
I don't know what you're going to find there, Rook. Likely nothing good. But you'd be saving people. And it might get you on the trail of the gods.
Demeta's Crossing's on the far side of the lake. There's a small boat at the docks. It'll take you there. Watch your back out there. And good luck.
Good. So, now, ladies and gents, we're going to the first store. That was quest complete. That gives us a huge chunk of XP. And we get Veil Jumper, reputation up, so that's useful. If you're now going to the store, I can sell my valuables. That's what I meant with get me all my valuables, chat, because that gives me huge amounts of gold. Reputation moved a bit forward, and I would now need 50 hardwood, 500 gold, and 500 gold and 500 reputation to essentially get the shop 1 level up. And if I get the shop 1 level up, I can buy myself cooler items. But most importantly, what I can buy right now is I could buy another sword. That sword would straight away upgrade what I have. I could buy myself armor on level 2 to upgrade. And so on. I could just buy hardwood right now, if I feel like it, to essentially buy all the hardwood I need to maybe get things upgraded. But right now, I would just simply buy the sword, because that would technically get me more damage. Not going to do that, though, because I noticed that you kind of want to keep your money, as there is something that is called mementos to buy later. And we're going to find a lot of cool stuff. So that's how you would upgrade. That's how I did not want to upgrade right now, as I'm really not looking to spend my gold there. Finding all these codex entries, by the way, very helpful, because 100 XP per codex entry is kind of nice. That's more hardwood. We need at least 40. Why is the dwarf hurt? Because the dwarf was helping us, Antonio. In the beginning, you had to choose, does Neff help you? Neff is the Indian girl. Or if the dwarf is helping you. If you choose the dwarf to help you, she gets damaged. Okay, now we can take Balara. And Balara repairs this. Whoop. And then we can take the power source out. And we can open the chest. So if we take Neff with us, Neff gets damaged. If we take...
It's like an old wound that never healed. Now it's bleeding again.
Up my dice. Yeah, done. How's it going? Very good. We're making staggering progress. I wasn't sure how long it's going to actually take, because in my first playthrough, I more or less skipped all this story, every single dialogue, and I just rushed through because I needed to see how the gameplay is, if it's good enough, if I even want to stream this for you. The decision was gameplay is good enough. And now I'm essentially, this is the first time I'm like watching the story unfold. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's a shortcut here. Does it good graphically? It does. You have 2. Yes, those are my 2 daughters. They're going to bed now with mommy. I mean, we were essentially trick-or-treating outside. I'm kind of tired because I'm awake since 3 a.m. again. But I'm also really looking forward to play this game. So here we are, doing things we shouldn't do, like being awake. But what can you do? Game releases don't care about your well-being. I want that piece of hardwood there. Oh, the crow's. That's okay. Can like one of them can actually heal me here? Heal me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, there's more hardwood. No, that's pure ore. So yeah, again, the dwarf is hurt because she helped me, and that's also visible in the game. Decision matter. I'm not sure how long it's going to take until she is actually fully healed over, but it's essentially just like a day ago that happened.
Then let's go.
And now we're taking a boat to a city or a village where we haven't heard anything. Does it have any consequences? Just visual? We don't know yet, Antonio. Right now it is visual, but it plays a role in dialogues. So different dialogues because she got hurt. Different dialogue options because she got hurt. If Neff got hurt, I would have different dialogue options there too. How much it does play a role, we'll have to see. If she maybe stumbles where she shouldn't stumble.
This isn't right.
Or misses a shot where she shouldn't.
Doc usually has people bringing goods to market, bartering and shouting. It's always busy.
Something happened here.
Stay sharp.
The Midas Crossing. You love this part. This is where it gets darker. A lot of people have been complaining that the game looks like too bright and cheery and everything. I feel like the setting is still though dark because, well, I mean, Elven gods, and we're just literally like we're in a very bad situation right now where, well, we get nothing going on for us and the enemy has everything going on for them. Why are we destroying this all? Gold. Chat, gold. Why would I not? More gold and valuables.
It's market day. People should be out selling eggs and bread. But everything's just abandoned.
They barricaded the main entrance into town.
To keep something out?
No.
Welcome,
To keep
Blind.
something in.
So, like, look at the map.
Blight. Even worse than in the forest.
There's the blight now, which is keeping things, and you can essentially explode it
You okay?
and check if anything is below there,
Has to stay.
potentially.
Someone
If there's like a room maybe hidden there full of loot.
these villages.
The town square.
We need to search for survivors.
Let's see what we can
Like
find.
here, for example,
Run out.
you can see there's a room on the mini map, which means I need to destroy this, and et voila, there's a note. Plus, there's a chest. Complete optional loot that I don't have to take. But hey,
This is Adeline. I knew her. She was a farmer, sold spices to us, the best in Arlathan. I can't believe this happened.
gotta pay attention to your surroundings.
What was that?
Not miss
Something big.
out anything on bonus
Stay
loot.
sharp.
Over there. 2 more survivors.
Hey, what's going on here?
Find the veil jumpers. Bring them to the mayor.
Find the veil jumpers, bring them to the mayor.
They said bring them to the mayor. If we find
Ooh,
the mayor,
pouch.
then maybe we'll find your friends.
Why were they looking for veil jumpers? What did the mayor
There's some
want?
map visit destroying crates. Gotta do that. Did you play Guardians of the Galaxy? Is the gameplay similar? No, I did not play Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't compare though.
Look, more people.
It feels like you're playing BG3, but like more action combat, as you can see. Like we're not really controlling our party much. We're not really doing much with our party, right? Our party exists and our party helps us and we can set up cool combos. Not yet though, because we don't have any party members for cool combos so far.
Milva.
That's one of your fellow veil jumpers?
Yeah, she's dead.
Melara.
Jahel. He's alive.
Bellara.
We're going to help you. We'll get you down, Jahel.
No, listen. The gods have returned.
We know.
I saw them. I heard their voices.
The gods did this?
A blood ritual to release the blight. The villagers, they said they needed power. Bellara, be careful.
Another ogre, chat.
Help me, anyone!
Another ogre. Destroying this because again, there was one of these runes, chat. Veil jumper orders to be safe. Let's make sure the Minrathous crossing is good. We're getting all the gold, chat. We're getting more valuables.
Come on, that sounds close.
Double checking if there's anything there. No. Look at all that gold, Chan. Why can I not have all of it?
A dragon? Here?
No, please!
And the game's over. Because we messed with the dragon, Chad. All dead. Done.
Fresh blood, a hungry heart. Creature, come to me.
Oh, he was just called away from the Elven God. So the Elven God is now controlling dragons. Cool. That's not a problem, right? Surely.
I know you. You're the mayor of this town.
The village. The people. Are they,
Blighted. Dead. All of them. You gave them to the gods, didn't you? Didn't you?
They were in my head. Infecting my thoughts. They made me do it. Please, help me.
Tell us everything.
You're not going anywhere until I get the full story.
I tried to protect people. You have to believe me. The gods told me to lure the Veil Jumpers to the center of town. The others were to be rounded up and kept safe. They would be the first to witness the glory of Gilnenane's new creation. She showed me gold. So much gold.
He sold them, Chad. Gold, all of this for greed.
All this for gold. The villagers, the Veil Jumpers, the blights everywhere. Demeter's crossing is dead because of your greed.
I didn't know. You don't understand what it was like to hear those voices.
The gods exploited his greed and fear.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? I say we leave him right here.
I'm totally with her.
The blights everywhere. What if the dragon comes back?
If we let you go, you'll run straight back to the gods.
They were in
She's
his
not
head.
wrong.
Their influence might linger.
I understand what they do now. I won't be tempted again, I swear.
Rook?
Leave him here, chat. We're not saving his ass. I'm sorry, Neff.
No!
And I want to be on
Wolves
Neff's
will
good
get him
side,
at
chat,
night.
but
Or given the state
can't let that mayor live.
something worse.
His village deserved better.
The people of Demeter's crossing were depending on him. Least he can do is stay with them now.
A steep price to pay, and we're the ones to choose it?
Yes.
Somebody has to.
You don't understand the power they have. They show you what you crave. They speak to the darkness in your heart. No one can stand against that.
Watch me.
I won't be the last to surrender. I felt the evil.
Let's go. No point arguing with a dead man.
No.
I'm still sad we're not taking all his gold. All right, it seems kind of like he's just sitting on a pot of gold there, Chad.
And the gods were free. Thanks to Solus, they'd woken up to find their empire, their subjects, even their fellow gods, all gone. But they still had the power of the Blight, and corrupting a village was just the start. They made plans to tap more of the Blight, all of it, to rebuild their empire.
I never knew that the Blight came from
it had its costs.
The Elven gods, or they used it. I thought it was always there.
Would pay for it.
You know? I completely forget like Dragon Age 1 and 2 story. Understand that. So fast travel is now activated, Chad. So we can now press M. That was an M. That was the wrong one. But we can now fast travel back to our lats. Before we do that, though, let me check if I can actually activate the beacon here. It's kind of like stupid that I couldn't activate the beacon as we're... Yeah. No, I can't activate the beacon. This is crazy. I'm like, if I had to travel back here, I had to do it again. So now we can travel back. And before we talk to them, we can double check with the vendor. Now, almost there to upgrade. Speak to Arlathan and Strife.
Did you find our scouts?
They're dead. I'm sorry.
There's definitely longer periods of combat as well. This has been like low combat periods. I've had one where I was essentially a whole hour-long fighting.
The ritual spread blight
through an area.
Everywhere. The entire village was overrun.
The few who survived are controlled by blood magic. Their minds are gone.
Algernon and Gillinan used them like puppets.
Who could that be, lads?
I dare say it was a show of force.
Old
They
friends.
will not rest until you are on your knees, fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Lady Morrigan?
'Tis simply Morrigan to you, Scout Harding. What a pleasure to see you again.
Rook, this is Morrigan, an old acquaintance. I thought she could help.
Morrigan helped the Inquisition when Varric and I were part of it. She knew more about ancient magic than anyone, except Solus.
'Twas both pleasure and necessity to help then, as it is now. Stopping Elganon and Gillinan shall require many hands.
I'm glad for your help.
Then I look forward to your help.
How refreshing. Your cooperative nature is appreciated in return.
What can you tell
No
us
one
about,
says no
all this?
to Bird Lady.
As dangerous as Solus himself may be, his imprisonment of the gods was just. To leave them unchecked would have been the very end of Thedas.
All this for power.
All this horror because a bunch of power-hungry gods want even more power.
When have the powerful among us ever done otherwise?
So how do we stop them?
Set aside your notions of godhood and see them for the ancient, powerful mages they are. Standing against them shall require serious magic of your own.
Is it any good? The
When you
fighting
interrupted the
is
Dreadwolf's
really
ritual,
amazing,
did
Brian.
you happen across any of the
Very
tools he used?
action-paced, fun combat.
He had a dagger, but it got lost in the chaos.
Then you would do well to find it. 'Tis better in your hands than those of the gods.
That is true.
Anything else Solus might have had that could help us? We're in his, well, he calls it the lighthouse?
Ah, yes. The legendary sanctum of the Dreadwolf. 'Tis said his Illuvian, the Minrathous, could travel to any other Illuvian of his choosing.
That's not how it works right now. It only goes to Arlathan.
I can take a look at it. Maybe fix it even. I know Illuvians better than most.
Any help you can offer, we'd appreciate.
If Illuvians even work the same way, all the magic is different now. Our gods are back. Our gods.
Never played
And
Dragon
they're
Age before a
killing
game
people
before,
and
still
blinding
worth
the
it.
world. How do
They're
we stand
absolutely
up against that?
fantastic, but different. So all the Dragon Ages are singular good. Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age Origins, amazing. Dragon Age 2, hated by many. I loved it. Every second. Dragon Age Inquisition, I didn't like. Dragon Age the Veilguard right now, I enjoy again. They all have something singular to offer for themselves that might just not be like, if you're a fan of DA1, DA3 might be bad for you. If you love DA2, DA4 is good for you, and so on. It's kind of like how it works. Whatever it takes.
We don't have a choice here. We stand against the gods however we can. Because if we don't, nobody else will. You get the Illuvian fixed at the lighthouse, we'll find the dagger. Let's figure out our next moves after that. Let's get to work.
I think the hate for this game is justified. It's weird.
Indeed.
Lord of Cinder.
Prepare yourselves well and have a care in your choices.
The people that are hating on this
These
game
are the times
are anyways
in
the
which
people that are not
legends
playing
born
it.
Or slain.
They just want
In
drama.
this battle, I shall render
You know, they don't want to do
whatever
anything
assistance I am able.
useful. They just want drama.
Let's move.
And they'll do their most to find the drama wherever they can. Simple as cake. I mean, you can't tell me, like, if you Google now for Dragon Age videos, there is millions of views on Dragon Age videos. And it's all for the drama. These people are not wanting to play the game. They just want to kick the barrel. You know? But the people that want to play, like me, I'll play and I'll just enjoy it. So you can listen to people that never planned to play Dragon Age, that never had any interest to play the game, that in the first place were only interested to steer the shit and create drama. You could listen to them or watch some live streams and check out if the gameplay looks appealing to you.
I should have taken the shot.
That would have made things worse.
You don't know that. All you have are guesses.
We're up against something unfamiliar, working with more rumors than facts. Of course, that's all I have.
I should have taken the shot.
For example, Neff, the lady, has a pathetic leg, guys. So people are yelling now, woke DEI culture, because the lady has a pathetic leg, chat. In a fantasy world, where literally anything could have blasted off her foot. But since she has a pathetic, that's woke. Maybe you should have. We all carry blame. We all carry blame. That's true.
You didn't take the shot. I destroyed the statue. Who do you want to blame more for the outcome? We all did what we thought was best in the moment.
And look where it got us. Tried to stop the world from being swallowed by chaos, and now it might be swallowed by chaos anyway. Elven gods escape from their prison.
If you like Andromeda combat, you got Mass Effect and fantasy, essentially. It's kind of how it feels a bit.
Varric knew the risks. He knew what it might cost.
We're still standing. The fight's not over.
You know, I like that about you, Lace. You don't stop fighting. You push for answers and action, while I can get stuck on questions forever.
Well, we need someone who can put the pieces of the puzzle together. We're fighting the unknown.
Exactly. Everyone has a part to play.
Just me. I'm useless, guys.
Of our strengths. He wanted a team he could rely on. We have to be that team.
Play to our strengths.
And rely on each other.
I think I can manage that.
See, like, she get a pathetic leg,
Let's find
chat.
Solar's dagger. It'll be a start.
Hey, Katie, good to see you there. So this is literally what has the internet riled up. Like, just for you to understand the crowd, the level of petty, the weirdness you're arguing against. It's that the lady has a prosthetic leg. And that's like forcing inclusion. That's forcing DEI, whatever DEI actually means. Like, they just throw that word around without any meaning. So, yeah.
Look. I can feel lingering magic. Powerful magic.
That's kind of like the level of things you deal with. Skill points. Do I have another one to put? Thank you very much for telling me. We are gonna do stagger 20% more, crit 10% more, and then we could do projectile ability. Now do crit damage to enemies suffering from necrosis. No, we can't do that. We could move towards like the Tempest ability because I kind of want to have it. Mana restored after defeating an enemy. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, we should do that. We could move upwards too. Oh, that's mana regeneration rate. No. Wait. While wearing a light Vitaran armor, staff energy charge rate plus 20 and staff energy attack. That one would be ability that deal fire or electric damage. Increase the other type's damage. Nah, I don't like that one. I kind of want the mana regeneration here. So I'm going to actually move in this direction. It should work. Again, you can just reskill. Very easy. Like, just left click and go about.
Only one way to find out.
Disabled people, creatures, or people too. No, Katie, they don't fit in their, like, they're not. So the counter argument to a lot of the people that yell about the woke culture is like, lady had a pathetic leg. She's not fuckable, and that's why like it's woke. That's sadly the crowd you actually argue with, you know? I mean, if the lady now had ginormous tatas, like, there wouldn't be that many complaints, even though she had a pathetic leg. But she doesn't. She just has that leg, you know? So it's like inclusion bullcrap that's being forced on you. I mean, this is like the level of people you're essentially having to deal with, you know? You know what? I'm just going to ulti him. I'll have him come down. Also, Dadalon, you like, your argument is so removed from anything that's going on in the internet. No one has cared about city elves being slaves. No one. Literally. The whole internet discourse is about different stuff. I mean, it's cool that you care about it, though. I have, like, no clue about city slaves, anything, elves. Like, really? Seriously? It's a fantasy world, my friend. People get enslaved. That's literally nothing of the discourse online. Now we're trying to get the dagger that Solus has been using to cut the veil. Oop.
Good work. Let's keep on the trail.
Oh, wait. I missed. So, gotta laser it up. Oh, no. Wait. I'm not going to miss that item. Last time I missed so many stuff. And we're finally getting to that chest that I couldn't solve. Because if a chest is visible on your map, then you can get to it somehow. Okay. Somehow. Dadlin, you're comparing it to the first game. You know, like, I have no clue about the first game anymore. Again, you're choosing a weird hill to die on, brother. Just let me tell you, no one, like, your discussion has never been part of any discussion. And that ends it here too, sir. But thank you.
It must have come this way.
Okay, we can't get up there.
Look out. More dark spawn ahead.
Wait. Vulnerable to fire. But that's not what I'm looking. Ah, yeah, I'm using my fire staff. Okay. Like, you just gotta make sure that I use the right weapon. So that's her. That's me. I got finally some face paint. Do I have some face paint? Gonna check that out. Oh, we're using the fire staff. Gotta wait for the combat to be really over, because when the combat is over, I can check. See, this is face paint, and that gives me more ability damage. And I can show it or not show it. But I choose to not show it, honestly, because it makes me look ugly. And I got this stoic look. I don't want to ruin it with face paint right now. Okay, push out left. Now we can do stagger and takedowns finally. What are stagger and takedowns, chat? So finally tutorial over. So you got this dude and he get a stagger bar. You see that purple bar below him? Oh, wow. Oh, we're going to fate bolt him. No, here. Yeah. And when we fill that bar up, preferable with ice and necrotic here. So now we can just kill him with a one hit. But does necrotic actually work against them? Weren't they like resistance to necrotic? Yeah, I wanted to say, weren't they like resistant to necrotic? Wait, we're gonna charge this up. Yep. Because I can actually like, see, charge, avoid, and then
That's one for us.
Destroy them and charge again. Charge. Done.
Did you find the dagger?
I don't think these
Do you think the political ideology variants are dominating the discourse? The real thing we should talk about, Lord of Cinder, is like definitely the actual release drama, like of them buying good reviews. And I mean, I'm affected too, guys. I got an early review key, but I was not allowed to actually make early videos. So my key that I got was only a key to play on day one and test the game for myself. But since I wasn't a vetted creator by EA, I was not allowed to make videos, guides, anything before the release. So that is a more interesting discourse to have than anything else. So they truly wanted to only have a certain amount of people that they vetted to talk about things. Okay, so there's a chest up here, and I don't know how to get up there. And it freaks me out. Like I know there's a chest, and I've been trying to get to that position. So that's something really interesting to talk about. The whole other stuff is not even worth breath. So how do we get up there? Oh, maybe over the left side. Oh, no, over the bridge. Yes, I didn't think about it. Because like right here, I can't really get up. I can only get marginally up, but not to a point. Ah, yeah, it goes up here. Yes. I had not looked on this side. Intriguing. Okay, that makes me very happy because I missed out on this chest and it freaked me out. Oh, more face paint? Ability damage and defense up. Nah, full damage. I'm not gonna like take less ability damage for more. Okay, that's good. Finally. The environment designs look damn good. The game looks gorgeous. And it has some fun puzzles, some intriguing back and forth. That gets more complicated over time. And again, the game is rather linear, but there's always like the little something to discover, little something to turn to. There's a lot of chests you can miss and all that kind of stuff. Like if you really want to not actually 100% the game, like if you really want to find the stuff and make meaningful progress. Now I gotta take this, wait for that to vanish.
Nicely done. I mean, it's gross, but you can't argue with results.
Now the actual darkspawn burns up and we can get through. Let's put that thing into place and actually open the chest. And I get a firebrand orb. That means I can now do fire damage and necrotic and fire damage here too if I wanted to. But that would be bad. Then again, we're currently fighting mostly fire dudes, right? We're fighting the darkspawn, and darkspawn are vulnerable to fire. So I should fully go fire mode, if I'm honest. And that's what I said about the skill tree. So since I know I'm mostly fighting fire weak enemies, I could go away from lightning here. So I can just left click everything, right? I can just de-skill these points, all of them, to essentially move to wall of fire if I want to. Why do half characters look like the weirdo blue-haired folks? Which weirdo blue-haired folks? Sir, do you mean Smurfs? I finally got my... See, my orb now is so powerful. Orb again is way more... way more liked by me than the staff. Because orb is 1, 2, 3. Apply arcane bomb, then hit him, explode arcane bomb. Oh, sir, are you coming down from there? You know what? Stay up there. It's fine. It's fine. We're not mad. Okay, we're gonna take the device. And this is wholly optional, which is actually really interesting for me. So we're gonna laser this one.
Now to find the other.
Now we need to get to the other device. And again, this is optional. I don't actually have to interact with this. But if you want to, you laser this to get more materials. Then you laser that to find your way through the wall. Does the melee combat feel weighty and good? I have not been playing a melee character. I'm a mage. You don't notice this because the mage doesn't play like a mage. But I am actually a mage, and I play a mage character. There is a block like this, so you can parry, you can block, right? You can actively make a bubble around you too to oh, that's a frost staff now. So I'm going to swap my actual fire staff to a frost staff. So we get a frost staff and a fire orb. Again, mix and match. Make sure to have multiple elements covered. And the melee combat is really as fast-paced as this too. Sorry, Chad. That person wouldn't let it go. He got really butthurt about something with Elven slaves. I really don't know what his problem was. Mage looks cool. I noticed you're really spellcasting, it seems. I like to get close up and slash. Was just wondering. So the other classes, Rogue and Warrior, I don't have playtime with them, Lord of Cinder, because I really focused on the mage, as I found it just the most appealing one, because you essentially have the options to be a mage, but at the same time you can go melee with the magic orb, which makes it feel like a hybrid more than the warrior does feel like a hybrid, right? I mean, the warrior does a lot of fire damage too, as far as I understood, and the rogue does a lot of poison damage. Is there tactical planning? You have this overview. This overview shows you the weaknesses and the strength of enemies. So I can select. I can say, hey, Neff, do your icebreaker. Then I can select another target and I can be like, hey, do your adrenaline rush. And then I swap to my weapon to do what I am doing. Now, again, you don't actually have to do this in this tactical view. I can also hold control and you can see all the abilities here. So it's truly like multifunctional. Like, do you want to be fast paced? Do you want to weave it into the action combat? Choice is yours. How you want to approach that. Which is kind of neat. And allows for this rather slower paced combat approach or the fast one. I mean, you should definitely always check the resistances of your enemies. That's important, as you need to know how can you do most damage against something. But I guess that's a no-brainer. At some point, you know mostly what things are vulnerable against or not. Is the level design as bad as Skill Up says? I have not watched any reviews. Or many reviews, to be honest. Because most of them have their own agenda to get as most clicks as possible and not to give you the best picture about the game. Let's be real about that. Personally, the level design is extremely linear. So if you're looking for open world exploration, you're not getting that. At least not in the first 5 to 10 hours of the game. Maybe later. The thing is, again, this was all optional. So the linear level design, if you're just running it down, yes, it will seem kind of bland. But again, there's a lot of chests and a lot of little nooks and crannies that you can really discover. A lot of hidden rooms and all that kind of stuff. And all of that is truly fun to discover. Because it makes you kind of like, you know, find all kinds of interesting stuff. Now again, if you don't want to do this, okay? If you do not want to do that discovery, and for some reason you're against it, well, shame. Can you play other characters like you could in Inquisition? No, you play your main character. The others are being used for combo attacks and support abilities, but you're playing your main character, and the lads you take with you, you can switch between them. So I don't have to take Harding and Nev. I can take all the others later, and there's more. There's, I think, 8 different ones. And they all have different combo abilities, too. For example, Harding right now, you'll see in a second. If you touch that dagger that's made out of a certain material, and it kind of empowered her.
Harding.
I can hear it. The song of the stone. What is happening to me? What the?
How many hours are you in so far? Right now, we're live for 2 hours. So this is 2 hours into the story, watching every single cutscene and so on. Like, you could do this way faster. So we're 2 hours into the story, but we could have done this way faster. But we really listened to everything. So now we have primers and detonators, guys, by the way. So now the combo gameplay starts. So the way how the combo gameplay works is, let's wait for the actual boss to come back, because I'm not going to waste combos on these nerds. It's really unnecessary. Get them all killed. I'm gonna have her heal me, please. I really don't want to die. Oh. Good, now he comes back, the ghoul, and we're gonna do... So she has this shred, and she has the icebreaker. And together, they make a combo ability. Shooting my right click on him. Gonna wait for her to have the mana back. Oh wow, you really went this fast away? By the way, I can actually yoink him off the area. So ulti. Might be that we didn't even need the combo ability. Sorry, chat. I wanted to show you.
What did it do to me?
Not sure, but we should get back. We'll talk it through there.
You're playing the game like it's meant to be played. Yes, I'm just having fun with the game, JD. Exactly. I mean, all the political stuff, all the drama online aside, all the EA buying good reviews aside, games are there meant to be played, and if they're good, you're gonna have fun. I'm having fun. Is it the game of the year? No. But it's fun. I'm enjoying myself. And I really want to beat these two. Those are the evil guys, Chad. Those are the two elven gods. They look kind of interesting. Because right now you're being set up for an interesting power struggle. I mean, you are a bunch of nobodies. A mage, dwarf, Varric. And you're fighting two ancient elven gods.
You said something took you over.
Something like that?
And it's still with you?
Yes. I think so.
Minrathous.
It can't be possession, can it?
I doubt it. Dwarves can't be possessed. They aren't connected to the Fade. Solus's dagger triggered this event. But how?
Yep.
Or why?
Dwarfs can't do magic.
I'm sorry, Lace. I wish I had answers.
It's all right. Talking has helped. And hey,
Her bruises are fading, guys.
Right? Mission accomplished.
Slowly. Bezu, thank you for the raid. Greetings to you and your community.
Dwarves have never used magic.
That stash doesn't work, dude. How dare you? I look like a charming devil. How dare you? I think it's a gift.
It's a wonderful gift. You must be proud.
But I didn't do anything to earn this. How could I be proud? I don't even know how it happened. It's all a little strange, but not in a bad way.
The moustache is perfect. Thank you, Unicorn. I feel so too.
Connected
To
the stone. Dwarves call ourselves children of the stone. Some of us have what we call stone sense. Those that have it can feel caves, lyrium veins, and faults in the rock. I wasn't one of them. Maybe
No, you are.
the dagger unlocks something hidden. But this is more than the stone sense I know. I hope you're right that this is a gift. I'd be heartbroken if it caused problems.
Just make sure to aim.
As long as you're throwing rocks at the bad guys and not me.
Don't give me a reason to then.
No promises.
Look at
I'll
that,
send
Chad.
word to the Grey Wardens about the blight we saw.
We're making out soon.
Then I'm gonna lie down.
And we need more answers about what the gods are planning. I'll find some place to relax and try to reach Solus in the Fade.
That was our character. Yes, that's me.
Try not to let him get
I
to
made
you.
him look like this.
It feels like we're finally making some progress. And I'm not sure what my new magic's about, but I know it feels right.
With their eyes on the Dreadwolf and the gods he'd set loose, they couldn't see their own personal demons coming.
We could have gone for a more bushy stash, but we decided against it. Come on.
It felt right. She was connected to the stone, to the lost titans, and all of dwarven history, with its buried secrets. How could that be anything but good?
Yeah, I really want to know what happens to Harding. And that's what I'm saying, chat. Is the story good? The story has enough interesting points to... Like, is this the best story I've ever heard of? Is this the most intricate storytelling I've ever seen? No. But I also read 1, 2, 3, 4 books a month, to be honest. So it's kind of hard to find, like, you know, better stories than what I'm used to. That being said, is the story right now intriguing enough that I kind of want to see what the end is? Yes. I kind of want to fight the Elven gods, and I want to kick some ass. For sure. More mana regeneration, by the way. Thank you. So I do want to kick ass. I do really want to, you know, see like how the fight will turn out or not. Like seriously. I have another skill point. Haha. Okay, so I could get now while wearing light Vitar and armor, staff energy, but we didn't want that. Stagger from abilities. I kind of wanted to move to Maelstrom because I want to try out how bad Maelstrom could be. Stagger or critical? Yeah, stagger. Let's do more stagger. Stagger is fine. We can work with that.
That room wasn't there before, I don't think.
Only 15 more days for real grit and horror ARPG. Well, this is not an ARPG, obviously. But also Path of Exile 2 got delayed in case you missed that. Just saying. Okay, we need to unpack things.
Varric and his life lessons. Take a long, hard look at it, kid.
You didn't get mana rec? Did we not click the note? Huh.
Can get it done.
Nice story, but that's not me.
Varric tells such great stories. It's almost enough to make me think that this time, when I look in the mirror, I'll see a hero at Varric's side. And the team needs me. So chin up, take a deep breath, and get the job done.
Look at that, a hero with identity crisis, Chan. That's me, just like in real life. You're right, I didn't take mana regen, so I'm just going to unskill this and reskill that. That's, by the way, the beauty about skills. I can just do this. There's no problem.
I helped a lot of Minrathous slaves escape to freedom the night I met Varric. Then the Magisters cracked down in retaliation, and the Shadow Dragons decided I was too much trouble to keep around.
I made the right call.
We could have taken a stand and dared the Magisters to come after us. At least people are free because of what I did.
Slaves need to be freed, Chan. That's for sure.
The peddler gave me this.
It's kind of like a character building session, right? You're giving the game answers how you would react in certain situations. And I think these things I'm telling right now might filter into like some choices I get later on. I don't follow the coon. He was trying to be nice. Love travel.
Fancy silks from Orlais, statuettes from the wilds down south. I could have listened to stories all night about places he'd been. Now I'm getting to see some of those places myself.
Would be funny if they made a game where you could randomly slap characters in the middle of the convo. Well, you got Baldur's Gate 3, where you can more or less attack mid-conversation against anyone.
I spent months finding the precise balance of energy flows to make the enchantment permanent.
I wasn't a model student. It was hard, but worthwhile.
Makes this thing still work, seeing how many times I messed up the magic and broke something. Yeah, but I got there eventually. Right.
So now that we have done this, we can meditate and hopefully talk to Solus again, because he lives in my dream world.
Relaxing. Maybe if I clear my mind.
So right now we have contact to that ancient elven mage. So maybe he can help?
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. You could not possibly be here to take advice from the one you called the Elven God of Lies.
Is seriously rubbing it in? Stop, I need information. Nerd.
I'm not here to debate whether what you said was accurate.
But to be clear, it was accurate.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
Souls is a smug bastard.
You're asking for knowledge
I like
no
him.
mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you,
Spoon, thank you for the
I need to know
67
what
centuries
makes you
of
the right
support.
person to
Appreciation,
lead the
brother.
fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
Nothing, but I'm here. I'm not in charge. I punch up, you should know.
I stopped you, didn't I?
You disrupted the ritual.
Yeah, I did. Even though I'm nowhere near as powerful as you.
Your plan is to tell me how powerful you aren't?
I
Yes.
met Varric when
Listen.
he asked the Shadow Dragons for help with freeing an old friend from Venatori's slavers. The Shadow Dragons had a safe plan that wasn't going to work.
So, you and Varric led an armed rebellion and dealt a devastating blow to the Venatori.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that powerful opposition doesn't frighten me. I find a way to get the job done whatever it takes.
That's true.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanurus. The Elven gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two
Still
things.
Ares stash. I know.
First, the blood.
It makes every conversation
What
better.
exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned until they release it.
I mean, imagine talking to an ancient elven mage who's essentially a god while you're looking like that, chat. Can we stop them? How do we stop them? Then we stop them. How do we stop them?
What would they need to do to free the Blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted murderous monsters.
Probably not.
Agreed. Algernon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Algernon and Gillenane.
Okay. Sounds entertaining. Thanks. You know,
Thank
you helped.
I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Minrathous, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet.
Sure.
We've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
Uh-huh. I would have not thought that Solus would have any problem. No wonder that dialogue selection looks familiar. The wheel is kind of like a BioWare. It's called the BioWare wheel. They're kind of like known for always going with that one. A lot of people don't like the BioWare wheel. I guess I don't mind. Like often I think I'm just too simple, Chad. I want to play games and I want to be entertained. Right now I'm playing a game and I'm entertained. Right? I don't really mind for, you know, many of the meta things that people seem to be bothered with.
If you'd seen Demeta's
I
crossing,
just want to play fun games.
And it can't
As long as they're fun, that's great.
From a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I don't want your job. I want you
I
at
didn't
the
come
helm.
in here trying to take your job, Varric.
I know you didn't, but it's what the team needs right now.
You sure? Harding got hurt because she listened to me.
Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? You risked your neck to bring down an entire slavery ring. Pretty much by yourself.
That's me.
I had help.
Slave freer.
I got winded about 5 minutes in. You did most of the work. Ticked off a bunch of Minrathous big shots, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
Okay, Varric, but I would like you to actually take the lead, so I don't have to be responsible.
Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
How are Varric and Harding related? That's what I'm missing. Consult with the team. Can do, as there's especially nothing else to do. So we gotta talk to Nev. And see if she has... Oh, what is this? The Caretaker's Workshop. Upgrading your equipment at the Caretaker's Workshops will increase an item statistics. So I can get items to upgrade, like my frost staff, for example. I could level this up now for hardwood and iron. And then I'm essentially going to get +1 to power. If I then want to do that. Obviously, nothing I want to do right now. I want to like keep my things. I don't see the need to upgrade things yet. Change monument. Whatever, I would change the monument, but it's intriguing that I can do this.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Balara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with
the game worth the money, Teabag?
The gods are
I mean, we're in for 3 hours,
Who do we
and we've
hire to
barely
First,
gone past the
Antivan
tutorial, did our first world. We haven't yet had
Not
the
just
chance
any
to
assassin,
free roam
their most
completely a
feared
city
mage
and
killer,
discover
the
all the
demon
secrets,
of Arlantium.
which I'm looking really forward to. So we're still essentially in the setup phase of the game, and there's so much more to come. Okay, not just any assassins, the most feared mage killer. I'm about to bring it on.
Well, I'm sold. Now we charm the crows.
Fingers crossed. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Do that.
As soon as possible.
I hadn't planned to dawdle.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic. And who fights the worst of it?
The Shadow Dragons. Good idea. Resist the gods with our own resistance group.
If the gods enter the empire, our contacts back home might get something.
We're experts in evil magic.
We train to be the best at countering evil magic. Time to prove it.
Were you missing a challenge?
So we talked to the crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Okay. We got a plan, chat. Let's find an assassin that's good at killing mages. That would be another companion. And then let's go back to Minrathous, where everything essentially started. Now, the very important thing about the Caretaker, by the way, is that we upgrade his shop too. The actual shop. Because the level of the Caretaker kind of determines what drops in the world. So the higher his level is, the better the world drops are. Sounds weird, but that's what it is. And that's where we also need all cool upgrade materials for.
There, I just have to. Shit. Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I've got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion.
Ta-da!
There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Illuvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Viravas, freedom of ways. I wonder...
Is it safe?
If that is the Fade on the other side, won't it be dangerous? As the Fade often is?
More dangerous than Elven guards who wield the Blight as a weapon?
Point taken.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across...
It's carried on a lot from Inquisition. That's nice to know. I don't know anything about Inquisition, so Arctic, for me as a not knower, it's just interesting.
It is alike, and it is not.
Who are you?
Who are you? And how did you get here?
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
The two aren't exclusive.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Your character looks very funny. I think he looks very stylish. Okay. Now I can choose my party, who I want to take, right? Do I want to take Neff? Do I want to take Harding? I'm actually going to take Balara and Harding for now. I think they're going to make a good party. And then we can start the quest. The hair matching the outfit, I know. Stylish Kunari boys in the chat.
Hello again. Who are you?
A caretaker. I go where I am needed, dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The crossroads.
See, this is where I travel worlds now, ladies and gentlemen. I could use a guide.
Can you help us? I get the feeling this is no place to get lost.
Look at me being humble and asking for help.
For the crossroads, their influence is spreading. Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place.
But we don't want that.
The crossroads is in a time of need, dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, Then consider us reinforcements.
Well, would you look at that? So the crossroads have multiple branching ways. Especially, there's a triple seal.
Light, roots, and magical seals.
That we would somehow have to break through. There's multiple teleporters that we can't interact with yet.
Yeah, this dog seems sturdy.
And then there's also our friend the caretaker with his magical boat.
You can ferry us to the other islands.
That can take us anywhere.
I'll take that as a yes.
Let me talk to you.
Onward, dweller.
Onward. And soon we can choose to free roam a city. This is finally getting to a point where you get more of the open world the game has to offer. So right now in the first 3 hours, you have essentially not really gotten a taste of the open world yet.
I have summoned the guardians of the crossroads to protect them. Beware. The guardians repel all interlopers.
So we're interlopers too?
Everyone is an interloper. Get all the materials. The game looks like Hogwarts Legacy. You know what? Yes, Henry. Similar graphic style. Okay, let's see. Vulnerable to frost. I have a frost staff. But that guy is vulnerable to... yeah, he gets absolutely destroyed. But what is he vulnerable to? He was vulnerable to lightning, so he's going to eat the Fate Bolt from the lady. And my Chain Lightning. You know what? Do we not have... fire. Fire's still enough to actually stagger him, as you can see there. Because that's what I want to do here right now. If I stagger him, I can instant kill him. Destroyed. So... to find a way to open the gates. You like it so far? It's brilliant. The hate Henry is baseless. It's mostly people being weird about pronouns, you know? Oh no, he, she, it, and her. I'm so scared. Did you play Metaphor or Fantasio? No, wasn't really interested. He's only 2 to 3 hours in. I played before, so I'm actually 10 hours deep. So this is all content I have done already and seen already, just in case you wonder. Big chest, big chest. Guardians at the bottom. That was uncommon armor for Harding. Companions. Harding. Because we're in combat, I can't change that. Because I just got poisoned. You know what? If we just got poisoned, then Harding can also heal me. Harding, heal me.
Got one, got one.
Thank you. So, defeat the champion.
Is there something inside?
That dude, by the way, almost killed me. I was one hit off death. So he is vulnerable to fire.
Watch yourselves.
Burn him. Why do you see me like just pushing him? Because I want to turn my arcane bomb into an explosion. And I'm greedy. Let's do this. Because that's our stone sense, like doing crazy damage. And yes, you can time your dodges, chat. You can time your dodges as you can time your attack. Down.
It left something behind. That's a win.
Give me your essence stone, and don't forget to destroy this for a chest.
Hope I don't have to carry it for too long.
The game looks sick. It's amazing, sir. You can have a lot of fun with the game. Okay, that's another fire damage staff. So we swapped to fire damage staff, and then we swapped the firebrand over to probably necrotic damage, because necrotic does a lot of staggers. So even if they're resistant to necrotic, what we fight against might still be useful. Now we're talking to the wolf dude. That's the Fenrel author. And what happens is it turns into a direction that you can interact with. And you get another level of secrets again. That's a skill point now from the Fenrel author that I have forever. Who does not just want to get something. Finally, decent looking gear items for a change. You know it, my friend. You know it. Valara, please repair. This one needs to go on the right side. Then we can kick this down to go down. Are you playing with mouse and keyboard? I thought about playing with controller, but I have to say that mouse and keyboard turned out to be the better choice for me personally. Wait, I haven't gone down here. Let me check this, because last time I didn't.
What's this? It looks like an entryway.
Oh, what just happened?
What's going on
Quest
here?
acquired.
That poor spirit's being held prisoner.
You're awake. How's your head? The guards really knocked you about.
Well, it's...
Do you remember our mission? Gillenane's lab. The wolf sent us to infiltrate her testing grounds.
Huh.
Things didn't go perfectly to plan, but the wolf smuggled in help. A key. If you can fight, grab the key and we'll run for it. Just be ready for whatever the witch has in store.
Okay.
It's like all she sees is another ancient elf.
Ah, freedom. We'll move faster if we split up. See you ahead.
Yeah, sure. This is new for me. I didn't discover this the last time.
Just memories. Fight.
Yeah, it was good to take this fire staff, Chad, because the fire staff is literally just like burning everything here to crispy noodles. Yep, fire staff for the win.
Gillenane was experimenting with blight and darkspawn. The blight infested her lab. If it's a memory, let's go with it. We need to find our way out before Gillenane finds us.
More loot. Okay. The camera movement looked very clunky. Well, because people probably suck. The game is called Dragon Age the Veilguard. I mean, I'm just really used to it. So that was a memento now, guys. We found this, and that increases the caretaker's power, which I think makes him level up.
Wolf, you came for us. Your key was in...
Okay, we get another skill point. So we're moving down here. For defeating enemies actually restores mana.
This unnatural corruption demanded my personal attention. It is...
Mr. Kunari, big scary mother truckers. Dude, I'm still 6 feet tall mother trucker with a stash. Slender build though.
Let's all split up and find it.
I will destroy what corruption I can. You must cut through these monstrosities before Gillenane unleashes something worse.
Solus sounded rattled.
He was spooked by the blight bane.
You see boundless creation and choose to
Okay,
destroy
where do we
it?
turn you?
Learn respect for the life that will succeed you.
She's using the testing grounds against us.
Where do we have to turn the statue? Ah, can we open doors like this? We need to turn him. And he opens the doors he's looking at. There you go. Riddle solved. And now we need to... probably turn it this way as well. Nah. There. Now we can go. Dunzo.
Free.
That was simple.
Faster than anticipated. Perhaps you and your allies warrant more study.
What do you think? Do we actually gonna get like a vision of her? Ow. Actually a vision of the lady? Charge it up. Yeah. Does this burn mana? Oh, it burns mana. Now I finally understand what it does. I can charge it up for mana. That makes so much sense.
Maybe they're old.
Here, the blessing you denied. Wolf, help me! Ah!
Oh.
Damn. Gillenane got her.
Oh, are we gonna fight whatever she turned into, Chad?
Look out.
Wait, her and combo attack. See what happens now is she throws that on and combos. So this is a combo explosion now that will hit everything in the vicinity. So that was one of the combo attacks that you can essentially get. And yes, both of the characters I play with can actually heal me, which is quite useful, as that heal is really required. First of all, I'm on the fence. I am like, if you like the fighting, yes. If you don't like the fighting, no. If you essentially watch streams and you're like, you know what, the fighting looks kind of cool, then worth it. But if you don't like the fighting, no. If you're like, I want a tactical RPG over like a more action paced RPG, don't buy it, because it's action paced RPG.
You
Fun.
would unleash a blight on this world and call it a masterwork. You, who are the most sensitive of us.
All that I am belongs to the pursuit of creation. You chose to constrain yourself. I must climb to the heights only understood by gods. I go now to join them.
Wow, she's evil.
Wolf, you are greater than any of them. Please, help me.
He won't help her.
He's too afraid of the Blight to do anything but end her pain.
I am so sorry I failed you. There is only one way I can help you now. Wolf. This place and the corruption within it must be eradicated. No trace can be allowed to spread. Go. Your work
You love
is
Dragon's
done.
Dogma 2? That's exactly what it reminds me of. Dragon's Dogma 2. Stories before DA? No, this is Blast of the Past Zenra. Solus looks so much older now.
It's over. Solus destroyed the lab. The Blight that was here.
I got a wolf statue. Okay, interesting. Oh, and I got an arcane orb. Look at that. I got the same orb again now, chat. So I found the same orb, level 1. And it instantly upgraded my existing orb. And it unlocked the plus 25 stagger. That's essentially what happened now.
This fragment might tell us more.
So that's how the upgrading works. And I got 1,000 XP for it. Fuck yeah. I mean, double trouble, triple useful. And not only that, it actually brought me right here where the second teleporter is. Damn, son. This thing did everything. That's crazy. Huh. I'll be damned. Oh. This thing will be instant stagger now. Look at that. Staggered and then finisher. So good. So with the level 2 upgrade and all of this going on, dude, I'm just stagger master now. Amazing. Okay, so there is another way down here. And one thing I haven't figured out yet. Because there's a door. But I can't open said door. And I know there's something behind said door, though. So I really want to open it, but I just don't see how. And at the same time, well, kind of locked there. Just share your thoughts on mage specialization. I'm going for a Death Caller, which is the Affliction Mage, but you can just reset skill points. You're not ever locked into something apart from your main class. Okay, so they're dragon in this game. We've already met a dragon, yes. We have indeed already met a dragon.
I've never seen so many.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally met the crossroads. We can teleport everywhere now.
Time to find out.
And we can choose what we want to do. Do we want to do now? The quest with the demon first? Do we want to go somewhere else? What is it we choose to do? If we go to Traviso, we need to go to the Crow's Market. And we're essentially going to be taking... we're going to take Balara because she can actually heal us. So might be stupid to not go with her. That's the game so far. Pretty good, Embrace. Thanks for asking. Has a lot to offer. Many choices. Much fun. Different parties. Good fighting. And especially... well, you get to kill 2 ancient elven gods somehow.
Now living under occupation.
Somehow.
Let's hope our crow contact can meet us.
Welcome to Antiva. You must be Rook.
Gasp chat. Another black elf. Woke culture is getting out of hand.
Of the crows?
Thea, please. Come. My associate Viago is gathering the others. We can talk business when we arrive.
She does walk a bit weird, like as if she's a horse. It might be those hips, though. Just saying, like her animation is kind of like look the way how she's walking. Looks kind of funny.
My friend says come with us.
How long have the Antom soldiers been here?
So now what I can buy from these vendors though, Chad, they're selling mementos.
Some turned here
And these mementos, they boost the power of my caretaker. Now, it does seem, for me personally, the smartest thing to do because my caretaker should get leveled up like this, but I'm not entirely sure. I might return at some point to buy more mementos because I really want to see what the more caretaker power does, essentially. That's an interesting question. It was a good-looking Kunari you pushed by. Dude, there is so like, this whole city is occupied by that specific branch of the Kunari. Again, break everything, guys. Loot is loot. Try to find anything that's not nailed to the walls. And again, there is also like something behind here, but we can't go there yet. We're gonna keep following Taya around.
It must be hard.
So like there's a lot, like it goes further up here. So there's another thing to discover. There's a chest hidden behind. There is also a chest on the map, as you can see in the top right corner. And I haven't found a way into this chest yet, which freaks me out because I know you gotta be able to get there, but I feel like you're not supposed to get there yet. So I can understand to a degree where we're sitting at, right? And that's why I want to return to the city. Because right now, like you see these guys sitting here, but if you could put these guys away, I could just walk alongside and potentially make my way over. But right now, you notice they're blocking me. So I think we might be able to return at some point. Enable multiplayer? There is no multiplayer. This is a single player game, sir. Single player game. Can you pet the cat? Yes, chat. You can pet the cat. Obviously. I mean, like, what would this game be if you could not pet the cat? And this is where we'll have to return to really, like, discover what this all has to offer. As there seem to be many ways, many things. More mementos. For more caretaker power. And more zip lines too. That I'll be able to take.
You're the client.
This is Rook. Did you want a drink? I promise not to let Viago near it.
Viago de Riva, 5th Talon. And this is Catarina de la Morte, 1st Talon of the Crows.
That's the big lady, guys. The big shot. The leader.
And you are?
Ilario de la Morte, her grandson. What brings you here?
I feel like Ilario is the evil guy because there's like there's a traitor, you know.
They're ancient blighted mages.
Can you eat the cat though? It seems something the Kunari would do. I fully agree. Sadly, we can't.
Lucanus, my grandson. They called him the demon of Virantium. He was the one who did those jobs.
Okay, perfect.
Exactly who we're after.
Yeah, that's the guy we're looking for.
De la Morte is dead. He was killed a year ago.
What I say doesn't leave this room. The body our people brought back was not my grandson. It was dressed in his clothing, that it had been altered with blood magic to have his face.
My cousin is still alive? And you didn't think to tell me?
His ship was attacked. We knew someone sold him out. So you kept your suspicions to yourself.
Red2, thank you for the 64 months. Red2, good evening. Hope you're doing well.
I've had eyes
Happy
on
Halloween,
the
partner.
Venatori ever since they took my grandson from me. They were hunting your dread wolf. And what you did to his ritual threw them into disarray. They made mistakes, and now I have a location. The Ossuary, where the demon of Virantium is kept. Find this Ossuary. Free Lucanus. You'll have your god killer. And I'll have my grandson.
Sounds good, right? It's a dude possessed by a demon that's known for killing mages. And we gotta kill 2 ancient god mages.
Come, Katarina arranged the boat.
Seems reasonable to get Lucanus involved. Right? And now let me show you where the ossuary is, Chad, because that's the more interesting part.
You're not happy Katarina kept this from you.
Would you be? Look.
Because you're getting in a boat.
Are you coming with us?
It's possible we've been watched. If all of us vanish from the dock, you play the alluring hero. I know Traviso. If we have a tail, I have a better chance of distracting their interest.
I still feel like he's evil, Chan. I feel like he's a traitor to the cause because someone must have ratted out the demon. Because the demon get caught. So what if the grandson is the evil guy? But look where the prison is, Chad. This is amazing world design.
So how do we get in?
You'll see.
Because we're best to keep your prisoners, Chan. If not in a fancy-pantsy underwater prison. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ta-da!
Someone or something already took down the guards.
Let's hope we don't run into whatever did that. Do we think Lucanus is still alive? I guess there's one way to find out.
Look at this beautiful, beautiful thing, Chan. The other wardens don't want to go near that crow cell anymore. Can't we get someone else to do it? Amazing. Right, Chan? Look, there's a whale. Or whatever goes as a whale in this fantasy world.
This doesn't look like any prison I've seen.
Stunning, ain't it? So, but before we now go to discover the prison, Chat, I would say we're going to end our stream for tonight. And thank you all for coming and watching. We'll be back tomorrow with even more Dragon Age the Veilguard gameplay. More sorcerer, more fun. Did you level up the shop yet? I did not get to level up the shop yet. No, but we will try to level up the shop soon. Hope you had a great, good stream with the first one. Again, we're going to put the VOD live on YouTube for you to watch if you're interested. And I hope to see you all tomorrow for more because I plan to finish the game. Therefore, have a great good night, day, evening.